What up, Sagittarius? It's your girl Kelly here from the Queen Bee, here to do your mid-monthly for August of 2018. Yes, it is rainy and it is cold today here in Boston. Do not ask me. 2 days ago it was like 96 and it was so humid that you literally walked out and your hair just went. And today it's like maybe 60 something. So hoodie and slippers. That's what we do here when it gets like this. Okay, Sagittarius. Instinctively, I want to say that you have been through the ringer lately. It looks like you are starting all over again from a prior relationship, I want to say. You're starting all over again and beginning all over again. It looks like you have been through it. And when I say you have been through it, us fire signs have been getting our ass handed to us by these planetary changes for a while now, and not just that, but ascending and all of that in the middle of this madness, and plus the crap fire signs have been dealing with for the past 10 years. At least I know Aries has. It looks like somebody did you dirty. Somebody did you really dirty. But that's okay, because this is the summer of karma. And justice caught right up with them. Literally. Caught right up with them. It was like someone did you dirty. Justice has been watching all summer long, and karma caught right up with them. Maybe even for you to see. Because it looks like you're okay with it inside. It looks like you came out okay. Looks like you were able to turn this situation around. I don't know if it was someone stole money from you and you caught them right away and you got the money back, but there was some situation here that karma was noted, and it was action was instantly taken on this person. To have such a rush of a messenger, and then to have you go from this is the end of a torturous mental journey to this, and move all the way through those steps from 10 all the way back up to 4. It's like you took an internal journey, and you're okay. You had your worried moment, and then justice came in and handled it for you. Karma. Some of you must be light workers, or you just have karma on your side at that moment. It does look like you had somebody in your life, and you had a bit of a tower moment. It is a karmic relationship. I do see that. However, I hate when that happens. We got a jumper! Although this union is not good. This union is not good. It doesn't bring anything fruitful. This is not what you're wishing for. It is a karmic relationship, but it's not what you're wishing for, and it's certainly not what you're hoping for, believe me. You've been through the ringer. It looks like there's a messenger there to let you know that this offer of love was very immature, and either you avoided a possible tower moment by getting rid of this person, or you're just coming out of a tower moment where this person is very immature and playing games. Because the messengers we have here are both kind of like stable hands. You know, instead of getting a message from the king, you're getting it from like their youngest child. And you got 2 of them. So this person is very immature, and it looks like you're coming out of or avoided a tower moment with this person. This person may be prone to faking pregnancies, or diseases. They may be prone to doing things like that to get you to stay. It looks like there's just a lot of internal drama that goes on around this person. This is thievery in the sense of, how would I put it? How would you guys put it? In the sense of taking emotion that doesn't belong to them. Let me put it like that. The feeling I get is there's an inner turmoil there, because they're taking emotion that doesn't belong to them. In other words, they're almost a hypochondriac, and they're like a vampire. You know, they thrive off of that constant negativity, and they thrive off of that constant attention that you would pay them if they were sick. They're not really sick, but it's like they pretend, or they're a hypochondriac. They do believe they're sick, but they're really not, and they steal your emotion that way. And it's like there's always something wrong with this person. Always. That's the feeling I'm getting, is there's always something wrong with this person. No matter what it is, it's like this huge drama. There's always something wrong physically. And not like a person who's actually sick. I mean like a person who, you know there's nothing wrong with them, and yet it's been proven time and time again, but they're still, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you got the Nine of Swords with the Star card reversed. So this tells me that this person is not for you. It could also be a Queen of Swords energy. It could be one of these signs or one of these. They're very, very easily interchangeable, and I tell you guys this all the time, that the Aries female and the Gemini female are not so far off from each other. We get to the same conclusion of cutting people off. It's the way that we get there that's different. It's the journey that we take that's different. And I say this all the time because you don't realize like how much female air signs and female fire signs are very much alike. And we're very much a fan of taking that air energy and borrowing it from our female companions here. So there could be either you wanting to cut this person off or get them out of your life. But it's like every time you do, there's something wrong with them, or there's something happening, or there's always just something around trying to get rid of them, and get away from that vampiric type of energy, I guess you want to call it. Like, how would I say it? I guess, yeah, it is kind of like a vampiric type of energy, because they're stealing emotion that does not belong to them, you know? And it's like, it's almost like stealing wishes and prayers from people who are actually sick in the hospital. It's hard to explain, but that's the way they're explaining it to me. So again, we've got my thievery card with the Two of Cups. Like I said, this is not a good union. This union, the star frowns upon this union. That's why it's reversed. This is not a good union. This is somebody who would take you for everything you own. This is an emotionally, and this could be you or your partner. Please do not leave in the comments that this is your partner. This can be you or your partner. And I keep explaining to people that when I read, I pull in specific energy in a relationship, and I always, always, always say this could be you or your partner. And people are still leaving comments. So I'm not sure what I'm saying wrong or if I'm not using the right words, but I feel like maybe some of you aren't listening to me. This is the master emotional manipulator. This is the guy that you do not want to see, because this guy right here, he's emotionally abusive, or she's emotionally abusive, and you want to cut this off right at the beginning, because emotionally abusive people never stop. Physically abusive, they get too old to become physical. Emotional abuse leaves scars that people will never see. And I'm not saying it's any worse than either abuse, because I happen to know that both of them are equally the same. But the abuse this person leaves you need to put it down. I always say this to people and they answer me, and then I don't get it. Would you, if you were walking in an airport, pick up a random bag that didn't belong to you? If it was just sitting there, just a black bag, would you pick it up in an airport and walk around with it? I'm guessing most of you said no. Okay, so if you were at the train station and you saw a black bag, a random black bag, any bag, would you just walk up and pick it up and walk around with it? No, because you don't know what the fuck is in it. Why would you pick it up and be that stupid? Well, there you are, being that stupid. You literally picked up someone else's burden. So now you're walking around with someone else's burden, when really you just need to, and drop mic, exit stage left. Be done with them. And here's your energy here. Stop being defensive about it. Nobody's here to judge you. We're all here for self-betterment. And this is for your self-betterment. The only person you're fooling here is yourself. Because we're not the person that has to deal with this every day. You are. So, Saggies, get your ass in gear. Let's see if we can't pull another spread for you guys and then some angels. By the way, when you get your ass in gear, know that that's waiting for you. When you finally give up the bad habits and you do the work spiritually, this is what waits for you. Just saying, keep that in mind. Or you can keep doing this. Yeah, it's not really that hard of a choice, is it? Just throwing that out there, Sagittarius, from one fire sign to another. You can handle my brutality and my honesty. Okay, so what do we got for Sagittarius? August mid-monthly, please. That's more like it, Sagittarius. Got my independent person card, and I got my working on a karmic connection. That's more like it. A good, healthy karmic connection, not the one that you're currently in that has been over for quite some time. So I'm going to explain it like this. Again, for those of you who haven't seen the video, I break down relationships and types of relationships. There are man-made relationships that do not work because we cannot change karma. We cannot change destiny. Those man-made forced relationships do not work. Then there is soulmate relationships, and they're there to teach you a lesson. They're there to teach you something that's intrinsic. It's very important. It's valuable, and it's beautiful, and you'll take it for the rest of your life. But they're only meant to be there for a certain amount of time, guys. And once they're past that time, all you're going to do is fight. You're not going to get along. It may come to physical violence because you are trying to force two magnets together that do not belong together. The only soulmates that stick around are your soulmate friends. And even sometimes they wander off too. They usually come back and find you later in life. Like I have a soulmate friend that I grew up with. Her name's Melinda. And we wandered off and did our own thing. And now that I'm back home again, it's ethereal when we hang around each other because it's like we recharge each other. We pick up right where we left off, like we're still teenagers, and we look exactly the same as we did when we were teenagers, which is funny because someone posted a picture of us the other day on Facebook, and I don't like Facebook, sorry, but I don't. It's a platform, a social platform for bigotry, fighting, hating, politics, anything that's not interesting to me. Too much fighting. But anyway, her and I are ethereal when we're together. We charge each other. We are still close friends to this very day, even though we lost one of our, it's kind of like our third wheel. We lost her about 3 years ago. But her and I get together still, and it's like, we're still the same. That is a soulmate friend. She will be in my life for the rest of my life. And when we're 60, we'll still look the same. We have been friends since we were 11. We are now 38. She's got a 17-year-old child. So when I'm talking to you, Sagittarius, know that there are different levels of relationships. When it's time for that soulmate to go, just because you love them doesn't mean you have the right to make them stay. And this goes for your partner too. Just because you love somebody who's Sagittarius doesn't mean you have the right to make them stay. Your time as soulmates is done. All you're doing is hindering each other from moving on to your next soulmates, your next lesson, so that you can make it to that divine person, whether that's male or female in your life. I don't care if you're bisexual. I don't care if you're homosexual. I don't care if you're asexual. Just be sexual. Who cares? If you're finding love in a world that's devoid of such things, then I'm happy for you. I don't care who you're finding it from. I don't care where you're finding it from. If you can find a love in a world like this today, and it's real, and it's tangible, and it's beautiful, hold on to it. I don't give a shit if it's a man on man, woman on woman, man on alien. I don't care. If you can find love in this world today, I'm telling you, hold on to it. Hold on to it. And I'm guessing this next read is for you single Sagittarians, since I have my single person card. But the thing is, Sag, is if you can find it, I know how you guys are. You flutter around like you are me, only you can't stay grounded at all. I'm an Aries. You have the hardest time staying grounded. I'm Aries, Sun, Leo, Moon. So my next step would have been Sagittarius ascendant, but instead I have a Pisces ascending. Weird mix. I know how you are with commitment. It's very difficult for a lot of you males that are Sagittarius to commit. A lot of you choose to stay single, and you are very honest in doing so. I will give you that. Most, if not, most Sagittarians I have met are very honest about what their intentions are in the very beginning. That they are not looking for something serious. They will tell you that. It's other people who try to change them that don't get that you can't force somebody to change and want to be with you. They have to want that enough for themselves. And it's just something that you have to understand. So, Sag, if you are finding that there's a love interest there and you are thinking that maybe this is the right person for you, I get that feeling that it is the right person for you. I get this overwhelming feeling of love right now that the Spirit is giving me. It's overwhelming. It's beautiful. It's like I want to skip through a field of sunflowers with this person and have a sunflower in my hair and have a beautiful dress on, and that's the kind of feeling I'm getting from sorry, I'm watching the weather. It's very weird here. There's been a black cloud over Boston for like almost a month. Anyway, it's like that love that I feel coming off of you guys is just, those of you who are meeting somebody is, holy shit, that's beautiful. And it's about time, because it's like, I'm always reading the drama. You know, people don't respect their relationships anymore. I'm always reading the drama, so the feeling I'm getting from you singles is that you've met somebody. And it sparks like this light in my eyes, because it's beautiful. It's absolutely 100% beautiful. And I love it. And you guys just need to be open to it. You need to stop swirling around and be open to it, Sagittarius. It's there. Someone came back and balanced you out. And at first you weren't sure because, I don't know, there was something, you're still not sure. But they sent messages. They got in touch with you somehow, maybe through social media. Someone you knew before. And I don't see it as a bad thing. Maybe before you had a third-party situation, that was you having a third party, possibly. And that's what I see. I mean, it could be your partner having had a third-party situation and they made the wrong decisions, but from what I'm seeing right here, it's somebody you met. But I don't get the Lovers and the Star as bad. I don't see that as bad. And I also don't see the reverse too as bad, because this is something you're coming out of. And you've got Annabelle here. Yes, we've got Annabelle with her crazy ass face. And we've got the independent person card. This is my card for the most... These are my boss bitches and my boss men. They built their empire. You've built your empire, Sag. You are just waiting. Because you're boss. You're a fire sign. Fire signs, we're boss. We don't play. But I don't see these as bad. I see these as things that you're coming out of, and I see some sort of communication with somebody new that's good for you. It's kind of an odd puzzle. Let me pull another card. And while I'm doing that, I want to tell you guys that after you start letting go of these karmic soulmates that you need to close out, make sure you close it out right. Try to close it with love. There doesn't need to be any more hate in this world. Please, guys. Close it out with love. Tell them you still love them, but you're not getting along and it's time for you to move on. Be as loving as you can, no matter how angry they get. That way, when they look back on that moment, no matter what they say to you, I don't care what they call you, just tell them, when they say that to you, just tell them, I still love you and I forgive you, and walk away. Create that love in your life. Love yourself enough to forgive them and walk away. And know that when you do, you've learned a spiritual lesson, something very important from them. And if you leave it in a loving way, someday you may run into them and be able to thank them for that lesson. But the lesson is over, and your lesson is about letting go of old relationships, Sag. This whole summer's here to teach you about letting go of old relationships and moving on to the new. It's not that scary. I know you're thinking the dragon that you know or the dragon that you don't know. But the thing is, Sag, and I feel like you need to hear this. This is why I'm saying this directly to you. The thing is, Sag, that you need to really take a good look at what you're hanging on to, because you're stopping yourself from your divine mission. A lot of fire signs have very divine missions in this world. We're here to change this world. We're here to heal this world. And water, earth, and air are here to help us. We're here to define what this world needs to be with this generation. Those of us that are like 25 and up, we define what this world is going to be soon. So let's define it with love. And know, once you let go of that, you make room for another either karmic soulmate to come in and teach you a lesson, or you make room for your divine other, your twin flame, your complete opposite, but fits together like a glove. That is when you know you have ultimately, Sagittarius, ultimately learned the lessons you need to learn. But the summer for you, with all this retrograde action, is learning to let go. And when to let go. Hanging on to bad relationships because they're like a comfort zone isn't getting you anywhere. Learn your lesson from this person and move on. That way you can move toward what's divine for you, and they can move toward what's divine for them. The next card I see is interesting, because we've got the King of Wands coming in the upright, the defensive stance starting to lower, and the Queen of Wands coming in the upright. So whoever this person is that we were talking about earlier, I said one came in the reverse, one came in the upright. Same two, both upright. So somebody's coming in for you guys that's obviously an earth sign. It's going to ground you. Or maybe this is the energy you're pulling in. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments. Is this the energy that you're pulling in? And you're starting to ground yourself more. You're starting to ground yourself more. Or is this someone you've met? Because I keep getting the feeling like you've met someone new. after all the heartache. And maybe you're just grounding yourself more and you haven't met this person yet because you don't feel ready. You were in a third-party relationship, but this person is important. Earth sign, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person is important to you. Whoever they are, they're very important to you. But know that there's a need to balance and let go of this. You've got a third-party situation. You've got a third-party situation, and then you've got some kind of trickery and thievery going on there. Like, how much more can I get away with this? Like, how long can I get away with this for? And it looks like two third-party situations to me. It looks like two completely different people. So I'm curious to know, guys. Leave comments for me, please. I'm picking up, I mean, I could read you guys all day. I'm picking up so much energy on you right now. And I don't know if it's that so many of you need answers. But if you do, please just email me. My rates are not that ridiculous. Email me at trinity32719@hotmail.com. My email is in the box below. But I feel so much energy and so many questions from you guys. Like, you guys are questioning some seriously heavy stuff. And I need you to send that in an email rather than kind of bombarding me. It's a general reading, so people are going to take what they need and then they're going to go. If it applies, it applies. Please send me an email because the energies, I mean, the energy goes on and on and on forever. I could read you forever. You guys really got some stuff going on. So, Sag, just shoot me an email and we'll set up a reading. Like I said, my rates are not ridiculous. And I do all my readings on Skype. This is what I mean. I'm trying to get to your angel cards. We're 26 minutes in, and we've got somebody asking if this is the person for them. King of Wands. I feel like it's an Aries. I feel like this person can't tell. They feel because that person is so close to them, they can't tell whether or not this person is for them. And that's your 1111. Yes, that is your divine, your twin soul. Yes, it is. Even though they're coming in the negative, they're coming in the negative for a reason. Because you're not seeing them for who they are. Start getting closer to them. See them for who they are. See them for the one that you can trust, and you might get a little bit more out of them. Come out of this. Take off the blindfold. I know it looks like one of the swords is piercing her dress, but it's not. It's not keeping her there. So she at any time can take off this blindfold that she's wearing and walk right out the back. So stop creating a cage in your mind to keep this person away. This is my 1111. Like, this is what I mean. I'm getting so much energy from you guys, I can't even go near my deck. So please, Sag, send an email. Get some readings in. I will be in hospital for quite a while, actually, starting this Friday. But I am reading all the way up until this Thursday night. I do read late nights. I do emergency readings as well. Just let me know. Please email me. But your energy is like, normally I don't sit here and push with my email, but y'all got some serious things going on here. And I want to be able to help, but I can't do that in a general reading. And please know that I can't do it email either. All of my readings are done on Skype. I like to interact with you. I like you to be able to ask the questions you want to ask face to face and see me flip the cards right there. I don't think that, I very rarely do email readings. I want you to be able to see who you're interacting with, see that it is me, possibly gain a relationship with me, and, you know, this is a community. I'm open to communication with you guys. So, what else do we have for Sagittarius for mid-month August? Okay, so we have Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding any further. Again, guys, email me. My rates are, they're reasonable, and I'll work with you. Although I just did have a situation where this girl got a reading and did not pay me. So I am not salty about it, but the honor system we were using in this community kind of got destroyed, and it was unfair to all of you. But at the same time, this is my business. This is what I'm doing for a living. I don't have a choice. I can't go back to my career. It is what it is. So I do ask that you pay first, but I'm here for you guys. I really am. The next card you have is Desiree. No, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. So it's saying you need more information. Whatever questions you guys are asking, you need more information, Sagittarius. Don't go jumping off the deep end like us crazy fire signs do without, you know, looking further into things and asking the questions you need to ask. So there's a strong need there, I'm feeling, for Sag, for you to get some readings. Again, my email is in the box below, and I am reasonable, but you guys are asking a lot of questions that I can't answer in a general reading, but I can feel your energy. You have a lot going on, Sag, so I can feel your energy. Please get in touch with me. I love y'all. Peace out. And this is your girl, Kelly, from The Bean, getting at you from Queen Bee Tarot. I think that's it. See you later, Sag.